Have you ever caught yourself in an unexpected moment of happiness or just joy? Like you're drinking your coffee and like the light is coming through your window and hitting the coffee cup just right. Or maybe you're cleaning your house and your favorite song comes on and suddenly you're dancing around your entire house. These moments are small, but they're also moments that make you feel a little bit more alive. And I've been thinking a lot about these moments lately. I've been thinking a lot about the difference they can make to our energy in like a minute, a second, the difference they can make to our energy during a full day, and also how much we've been taught to not seek out these moments. I want yourself to ask a question today, and it is, what would it look like if it were fun? Or what would it look like if it were bringing me peace? Or what would it look like if, insert positive emotion you want to feel here? That's what we're going to talk about today. If we haven't met yet, my name is Isabel, and on this channel we talk all about embracing your weird in order to build a better brand, business, and life. So let's go. We are taught to do the thing that's most efficient, the thing that's most practical, the thing that's minimal, the thing that streamlines everything down. But what if, in doing that, we end up kind of sucking out the joy out of our entire lives? We are taught to not waste time, to be productive, be efficient, get more done. And yes, there is value in practicality. However, somewhere along the way, it feels like we kind of lost the plot. Somewhere along the way, it kind of feels like we lost the meaning behind our lives. Because sometimes what's most practical is also the thing that's kind of sucking your soul and draining the energy out of your soul. Sometimes what's practical isn't what's most motivating, right? And that's another big word, motivation. What motivates us to get things done? Just because something is easy to do doesn't mean you'll want to do it. Just because something is practical doesn't mean you'll want to engage with it. Just because it makes sense on paper doesn't mean it's good in real life. And sometimes the most efficient, practical option is the one that makes you check out completely, is the one that makes you think you have a procrastination problem or a motivation problem when really what you have is a boredom problem. This isn't giving me anything problem. But we can turn that around. We're not robots. We don't run on logic and optimization and streamlining. We're humans. We run on fun and color and curiosity and interest and creativity. And we can manufacture that into our lives in order to create a more balanced life for ourselves. So let me give you a small example. The soap dispenser at your kitchen sink. Do you have a soap dispenser? Is it just like the package the soap comes in? You know, that like bright green soap that like kind of to look at it, kind of hurts to look at it. And also the logo is screaming at you like, hey, here I am. It's Dawn. How are you? All the time. Have you bought a different dish soap dispenser that you put it in? And if so, did you buy the cheapest one you could find? Or did you actually spend the time to look for one that you like and enjoy using? Maybe it's, a glass one, or maybe it's a ceramic one with a pump dispenser, or maybe, I don't know, it's like a duck-shaped gold one that just goes really well with your kitchen. Whatever one makes you happy, right? Whatever floats your boat. Which one do you have? Because I know for me, right now, at my kitchen sink, and I can see it from here, it's the bright green giant logo. I mean, to be fair, I did take off the label so you can't see the logo, but I can see the bright green soap inside the plastic bottle that's really annoying to use. Not really annoying to use. It's really easy to use, but that's exactly the problem. It is really easy to use, but it doesn't bring me any joy. At all. It doesn't bring me any peace at all. Changing something like that out can make doing the dishes a lot more cozy. But then also, if I changed that out and I bought a sponge that I really like and I play some music and light a candle before I start doing the dishes. Now the dishes is not a chore. It is a moment that I've decided to reclaim, a moment that is for me, a moment where I feel good doing things that I have to do. And so we start romanticizing our life a little bit in a way that is simple to do, simple to maintain, so kind of practical, but also forgets about the most practical option that doesn't bring us any joy at all. It reminds us again, and I've said this in a few videos, but of our humanness and the fact that we are humans and we do enjoy things. Now, these little changes aren't just about chores, right? It's about the little moments that make up your life. This could be your coffee cup, right? Are you drinking your coffee from a mug that you got at some random event that's not really comfortable to hold in your hands, but it's just always the mug that's there? Or are you using your favorite artisanal mug that you got at this craft fair 10 years ago that you haven't used since because you're really afraid it's going to break, but then also you haven't been enjoying it since because you're really afraid it's going to break? Those are the things we have to start using, right? It might be a mug, it might be a blanket that is not as easy to just throw in the washer and wash, but it's so cozy that it makes you feel like, I don't know, like Forest Witch. And sometimes it's not even about the things themselves, it's about the moments. If you are going to be cleaning, it's not the same to be cleaning in silence than it is to be cleaning while listening to a super, upbeat dance playlist, or maybe your favorite audiobook or your favorite podcast. It's not the same thing to make your food, put it all on a plate, and stand by the counter eating it quickly as you watch a TikTok video and respond to emails, than it is to sit down and take the time to put on a placemat and put the stuff on your plate and say this is going to be a distraction-free meal time, so you're not on your phone, you're not on your computer. Maybe you even light a candle and do a solo candlelit dinner. Those two moments have the same outcome of eating your dinner, but they're totally different vibes, they're totally different energy, and therefore they change the vibe and the energy of your life. And if you multiply this by all those little moments that we have during the day, then it starts to add up. And I know that doing all those things might take more time, and that's why it's not the most efficient option, it's not the most practical. But it also reduces the pressure and the shame and the guilt of just doing the things you need to do and living your life. And it makes you more motivated to do them. And I would rather the dishes take 30 minutes instead of 20 if I can enjoy doing them, than if I'm doing them quickly, but I'm also hating every second of it. Because yes, it is an extra 10 minutes, but it's also an extra 10 minutes that I enjoyed versus 20 minutes that I dreaded every single second of. Now, let's be clear. I'm not saying throw out every single practical thing you own, replace it with fairy lights and a dream, and just hope for the best. Obviously, if you are deep into depression or burnout or anxiety, you might not want the extra 30 seconds or the extra minute or two of replacing the soap in the soap dispenser. And for that moment, practicality really is your best option, in the sense that if it feels like too much of a burden to refill the soap dispenser, then yes, just use the store-bought one and that's fine. However, as you start pulling out of those deep, dark places, it helps to start bringing in these moments into your life again, because that also helps you get out of those deep, dark places faster and better and happier and in a more compassionate and kinder way to yourself. Sometimes you won't have the energy, and that's okay, but when you do, try to add a little sparkle back in. Try to add a little more magic, a little more whimsy to your everyday life. If you're enjoying this video, I'd love to know what's one thing in your life that you can change because you realize that you haven't been making it magical, whimsical, sparkly, whatever word you want to use right now. For me, soap dispenser. I know that's going to be the thing. We talk a lot about needing motivation to do the little things, needing motivation to finish our chores, needing motivation and to stop procrastinating and to push ourselves harder. But what if the way to reach that motivation was not through pushing ourselves harder and shaming ourselves into doing it, but instead it's by making those chores a little bit more enjoyable, a little kinder, a little more peaceful, a little more us, if you will. It's not perfect, it's not magical, but it is a kinder step, and it is better for your brain and for your mental health and eventually for your life in general, because that non-practical step might turn out to be the most practical thing you could have done in your life. Because when your environment supports you, then you don't need to hustle through it. You don't need to push yourself. You don't need to shame yourself, because you'll want to be there. You'll want to spend time in that space. You'll want to interact and engage and do the things without the shame that comes from society and that we've internalized into our own inner voices. When your daily life has these moments of peace built into it, then you're living a life that you don't have to escape from, that you don't want to escape from. And I'd say that's like one of the most valuable things you could do for yourself. If you're stuck in the loop of, I must do this quickly, I must do this fast, this must be practical, this must be efficient, I urge you to take a moment and ask yourself, what would this look like if it were more enjoyable? What would this look like if it were more fun, if it were more peaceful, if it were cozier? Whatever word you want to use to describe the kind of life that you want, ask yourself that question, because it might be a candle, or it might be a mug, or it might be a soap dispenser, or it might just be stopping and breathing deeply on your couch every once in a while during the day, right? Whatever it is, you deserve it. You deserve those moments of joy. You deserve those moments of peace. You deserve to live a life built for a human, not for a robot. If you enjoyed this video, I make new videos like this every single Friday, so don't forget to like and subscribe. You can also hit that bell notification to get notified when new videos do come out. And as always, stay wild, stay weird, and I'll see you in the next one.